It's Brother Polight. Talk to me nice. Yeah. Look at that. This is what we doing. I think I see a ghost. Yeah. You know, this is what we doing. Hey, how's it feel to level up? When you deal with Brother Polight, man, you got to move like this. $400,000 or more.
I can't deal with you.
Yes, you can. You're doing a great job, too. Get out of here. Doing a great job. Talking about you can't. Yo. Hold on, people. Hold on. Watch this. I just want to know what my earnings was for Black History Month, because I made some history. I broke a nice little record. Let's see. What's the earnings like? See, when I say the black woman is God, y'all better wake up. Shit, this is how this money get made. Hold on. Talk to me nice. So let's see. For the month of February 1st to February 28th, right? How much did Brother Polight make? Can we go over here? How much did we make? Month transaction, February 2021. We made $367,915. Oh yeah, we could afford this Louis thing. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And yeah, I got the brand coming out too. Ain't gonna be no cheap shit, but I want to see you guys talk that talk. You know, why you don't wear black owned stuff? And y'all so silly. I be wearing black owned shit that's high end, and y'all just assume it's white people's. Y'all crazy. So shout out to Keith and James, because I be paying $500 or more for my hats, my fedoras, and on Rodeo Drive at that. But yeah, take a look at this. $367,915 was made between February 1st, February 28th. Give me a standing ovation. Wow. Just celebrating. I come a long way, my good brothers and sisters. I've come a long way. And I want you to come the long way as well. Pause. And I just want to, it's true. It's tricky. It was tricky. So I want to clear the air. I heard an awkward silence when I said that. So I just want to clear the air. She know what's going on. She felt it. She felt that. It'll clear the air. Look at her. It'll clear the air.
I'm done.
I had to clear the air. Boom. But yeah, look at that, man. This is from one of my businesses, man. Just one. Let me see that again one more time. One of them, 367,000 made. Talk about Black History Month, man. Sheesh. So yeah, I just wanted to say that you need to join that Cash is King, Credit is Queen course. Pinned it to the top, brotherpolight.com. If you guys are not in, let's say, BP Contract Killers, if you guys are not in BP Contract Killers course, you're tripping. I know you guys made a lot of money. Today, I didn't even post all the receipts, but I posted some of the receipts. For those people that's in the money text, listen, there's something we got to really take into consideration. Big time. Remember, if you can't hear the echo, then your house too small. I'm saying it again, people. If you can't hear the echo, then the house too small. And so this is what I want to talk to you guys about. From pre-K to 12th grade, they didn't teach you nothing about real estate. They didn't teach you nothing about credit. In fact, they don't teach you about food, clothing, or shelter, but you're expected to thrive as an adult when you get older. And that's not right. That's not right. Because after 14 years of going to school from pre-K to 12th grade, 14 years of going to school, the only thing you know how to do in society is get a job. And with 327 million people that make up just the American populace alone, how come only 5% of the American populace? How come only 5% of the American populace have within their ability to potentially amass wealth or make at least $150,000 or more a year. It doesn't mean that they're doing good, because their income to expense ratio could be thrown off. And they may not be following the 50-30-20 principle to start with. 50% obligation, 30% miscellaneous, 20% debt that you create wealth with, and then you have savings. But everybody's supposed to be able to invest 1/3 of their income, which would mean you should be able to have at least $50,000 at your disposal, win, lose, or draw, and it not compromise the integrity of your living situation. But you see, we have to make money sport. Because when you box, you get a trainer. And when you play basketball, you get a coach. But when it comes to money, everybody wings it and is expected to succeed. But contrary to this wacky idea, we don't succeed. And in fact, most people go to at least high school, and in fact, most people work for someone else. And there's nothing wrong with working for other people. The problem is when you're doing work that you don't like. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. That's a fact. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. How many of you love what you do? How many of you love waking up? Like, the only reason most of you washed your ass today, and this is a fact, was because you cleaned it because you had to work for somebody. And the only reason you had breakfast today so you have enough energy to build someone else's dreams. And you only had lunch because you grew fatigue after building someone else's dreams. And then you came in and you only had dinner because you was fatigued from building someone else's dreams. And then you only went to bed early because you had to get enough rest to have enough energy to wake up to build someone else's dreams. And so I'm telling you guys to get out the 1/3, because the average person who has a 9 to 5, which is 8 hours, and then you go to work, it takes an hour to go to work, it takes an hour to come back to work, it's about 10 hours, and then you go to sleep for at least 6 hours. Most people on an average, that's 16 hours. That's 2/3 of your life being dedicated to creating wealth and opportunity for someone else's family. How nice of you. And only 1/3 of the rest of your life is for you. And in that 1/3, all you can do is what? All you can do with that 1/3 is say, I'm going to cook, clean, eat, cook. I'm going to cook, I'm going to clean, socialize, meditate, pray, get into your relationship if you can possibly. Just think about it. With 1/3, with 8 hours left, is that sufficient time to give to your children, your significant other, yourself to cook, yourself to clean, yourself to do miscellaneous things, to pray, to meditate? No, you know what you're going to wind up doing? You're going to wind up sacrificing some of these things and consolidating other things in lieu of the fact that you don't have enough time. So most of the things that you're going to do is, you're not going to study, you're not going to meditate. You might pray just only on Sundays, but you don't really got the time. You don't even got the time for your Lord and your Savior that you're always talking about. Jesus woke me up, girl. That's what they say, right? But you spend more time working for this white man. Not the white Jesus you prayed to, but the white man that employed you. You see how that works? You don't even have enough time to worship your creator. You know, oh, you're an independent woman. I got you. You're only independent because you want to be dependent on the white man. I know that shit sound crazy, right? But a lot of people call being independent the ability to work for the white man and not have to work with brothers and sisters of the same ethnicity. So you're not independent. You're dependent on somebody. Everyone has to depend on each other. That's what I'm saying. Who are you going to rely on? Don't no one come out of this mess by themselves. No one comes out of this mess by themselves. You have to work with someone. But the person paying child support, my good brothers, is the white man. He's cutting checks to your woman, and he's helping her pay child support every check he cut. And we're never going to get the respect that we feel we deserve until we start becoming providers again. And what does this mean? Because the white man can promise our woman an education, and with that education, that diploma, the presumption is she could do something with her life and get a job eventually because she's credentialed. The white man can employ her and give her a check and say, hey, you can pay your bills with this. It's a hard fucking fight against the black man to compete against that because you ain't employ her. The white man can turn around and say, yo, you know what? I'm taking this shit to another level. Motherfucker, yo, you can't get into heaven except by way of my son. So worship my religion. So who the hell am I as a black man when she come into the house late to say, where the hell you been? She's looking at you like, bitch, you don't cut my check. You don't give me an education in the form of a diploma. And you can't get me through the pearly gates to link up with Jesus and them. So who the fuck is you telling me that I can't come in this house whenever I want? You see how that works? So we don't get no respect because we're not in a position to provide no more. We're not providing no more. That's the problem. So of course, there's going to be a lot more love and adoration for anyone other than your own, because we're always pitted against each other as a people. But honestly, we're not the reason that we suffer from these curses. These curses are transgenerational. These curses are transgenerational. Michelle Obama went out her way to talk to Dwayne's son impersonating a female in the name of celebrating Women's Month. So we mean we couldn't find a young lady? Michelle Obama says, hey, if you send me a young lady, make sure it's a young man impersonating a young lady. Oh, but we being insensitive though, right? But if Dwayne Wade's son wanted to go into MMA, would he be allowed to kick a woman in his face since he wants to portray himself as a female? Would he be allowed to headlock his female lover without getting a domestic violence charge as a man? But we could play pretend in other instances, right? But women were born with the divine right and opportunity to give birth by way of their womb. We don't want to misappropriate that. Everyone has the right to portray themselves as whoever they want. So if you're a man and you want to be a woman, and you're a woman and you want to be a man, that is your right. But what we're not going to do is play pretend. It's your right to be whatever you choose to be. Though I don't know how children his age get that far in the game, but it's okay. You know, they got insurance now where you could change gender for your children. It's part of the insurance plan. I took the shit off. I'm like, yo, hold on. I wound up saving $200 more on my insurance. And I found out some of the shit on drug and substance abuse, change of gender. I'm like, who's changing their gender? Take that shit out of my fucking insurance. What's wrong with you people? Dead ass serious. And so the point that I'm making is we got to make a way for ourselves, because if we sit here and we wait for someone to make a way for us, a black man ain't going to be celebrated unless he wants to be a black woman. And that's what we seeing today. Men are in competition with their own women. Jealous of their own women. I say the black woman is God, but what about us? Nigga, what you want me to do? Celebrate you as a man? Like, stop it. I'm proud to be a man. But every time I start glorifying the sisters, brothers be like, but what about me? What about you? If you're great, the sisters will bear witness to you. Our sisters are great, so I bear witness to them. That's how that works. We don't turn around and say, take the attention off the women, brother, and put your attention on the black man and tell us the many good things that black men have to offer. I'll just be great in my own right, so women can bear witness to my greatness. And maybe they speak high of black men in my demonstration. It's not my responsibility to have to go out my way as a man to glorify men. Because our sisters get a bad rep about who she is, what her reservations are, and what her intentions are too often. It happens way too often. So it's best sometimes, or most times, for it to come from a man as opposed to a woman, because it comes off biased and feminist if a woman glorifies women. It's like not even fair. A woman can't even show her self-love because everybody else is shitting on her. Because if she shows her self-love, then people say something's wrong with her. So I come in as a man and say, let me show these women their fucking love. Give them their flowers. Because ain't nobody came here without a woman. The whole world was birthed by a black woman. The oldest bones we ever going to find known to man come out of Africa from the womb of a black woman. And in fact, everyone's a woman in the womb, or a female in the womb before you come out. Because those ovaries, those tubes, that slit becomes your scrotum. That's why there's a line right there. We could talk about this. Okay? And those balls become the breasts. And I know y'all don't know too much about gonads or sex organs. So I don't expect people to be able to walk with me because they think that I'm on some mission when I say this, that everybody comes into this world based on the divine feminine principle before things deviate from the path. And I'm not saying that man is a degenerate. I don't believe in using that kind of conversation or that verbiage. But I will tell you that we have body parts that are rudimentary, meaning that we have no use for it, but they are perfect use for women. Case in point, nipples. Women use their nipples, men can't. It's rudimentary. This is science. That's elementary. Should be. But all the while, in a woman's brain is more symmetrical than a man, which means she has more potential ability to be genius. We get our cognitive abilities, our abilities to rationalize, that comes from a woman. This is all facts. These are all facts. The woman's X chromosome is 2.8% more genetic material than the male's Y chromosome, which is missing some genetic material. I'm not saying that men are inferior. I'm just telling you, we have our advantages, they have their advantages. We have our disadvantages, they have their disadvantages. This is all true. But are we going to say who's the closest thing on the planet that we could render a God or an energy that we bear witness to in terms of manifestation? Then we have to render that on to the black woman. And so I honor the black woman so much, I had to make something of myself so I could protect her properly. Not just with lip service and tell her about the stars and teach her about God because she's immoral by nature and she just love material things, so we got to teach. That's a convenient fucking conversation for bum niggas. Come up with some bread and put her in a goddamn nice house. Have her drive a dope ass fucking car. Take care of children beyond imagination. Phoenix, we got to protect black women. I hear you, but we don't be talking financially though. We're not talking about making the environment more conducive for our family. There's nothing wrong. It's a man in his real state of mind talking to you. So whoever's calling me a simp nigga right now, congratulations, you bum ass nigga. Congratulations. You just proved my point. Cause I ain't gonna lose no sleep over you. Cause you probably got a bunch of niggas that love you. I went into a restaurant the other day. It was like 15 niggas all with each other. I couldn't find one woman within that group and they were so proud to be 15 men deep. They were proud of themselves. And so long as they proud, I'm proud of them. Why not? But yo, this is the world we coming in where brothers love each other more than they love the opposite sex. That shit's crazy. I'm just saying, man, we got to love each other. We got to be able to see things about each other and embrace it and love it and appreciate it for what it is. That's what we need to start doing. We got to see the opposite sex of our community and want to add value to them. Because if we don't show appreciation for ourselves, no one else will around the world. No one's going to deem us worthy of any respect if we don't bestow that same respect upon each other. So forgive me if I'm not speaking great about you, black man. But if you're great, you should just know that by default and you don't need no reference from me. But there is someone that's in our community that's constantly being undermined, and that is our sisters. And I'm not talking about the one that got you on child support or the one that got you on life support. Because they doing both. I got it. I'm talking about the sisters that honestly have high intentions. We don't got to only think about the sisters that we might have issues with that may actually be in error. How could a black woman be God if she needed a man to plant the seed? Come on, you niggas sound like fucking monkeys, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, you always primitive with this shit. Let me ask you something. If I make a mistake right now, if I make a real bad error right now, do I become any less black? So, if I smack the hell out of a woman, and that shit is just unacceptable, right? But let's say I smack the shit out of a woman. Do I lose any melanin? Do I lose exactly who I am in composition? So what I'm saying to you is, let's say a woman doesn't conceive by way of a black man. Let's say a woman puts a man on child support several times over. It still doesn't change who she is chemically as a divine being. I never said that the woman is without error. I'm bearing witness to who she is on a physiological scale. Who she is, she's the most powerful specimen for us to bear witness to. All you got to do is research Henrietta Lacks. She's still alive to this day, though she's been gone for all these fucking years. Because they're using her DNA to come up with cures for people of other races and still denying us. If that ain't fucking God, what is? She's curing other people while she's dead. They ain't doing that with no man's DNA. They doing that with that black woman's DNA. Still using her DNA, still producing her cells onto this very day to cure everybody else. So when I say she's God, it's not based on her morality. Anyone can make an error. The God in the Bible makes an error all the time. In Genesis chapter 6, verse 6, it says it repented, and it is proto-Semitic translation for he or she. It says it repented to the Lord that he made man. And the word that they use for repented is nacham, which means to make a mistake or to regret. So God in the Bible says he regretted that he even made us. He said the condom bust, son. I had a basketball career ahead and the shit bust. And I had to fucking work in the supermarket now. Even God said the condom bust and he ain't had no intention to make you, nigga. So the fuck you complain about black women who possibly make mistakes? That doesn't take away the fact that she's great. It don't take away the fact that you're great and you're full of potential if you make a mistake. But this is what I'm talking about. Y'all always so hard on each other, but y'all never be hard on this fucking beast. Y'all hard on each other like we actually responsible for the position that we in today. That's what's wrong with y'all. Can't say nothing. Look at the hatred come out of people when you say something good about our sisters. You some worthless Negroes, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all dangerous. You guys are dangerous. You guys, women need to be protected from Negroes who think like y'all. If a man can't sit here and just hear somebody say something positive for 20 damn minutes about a woman of his own ethnicity, then we are in scary times. What the hell are you battling me for? I'm not the guy that's pale, that's guilty of perpetrating racial animus or indulging in police brutality against our youth. I'm not the guy that's doing this crazy shit. So what the fuck you mad at me for? I only got on the stream to say something positive about black women and you mad at me, calling me names. We live in a sad damn day and time, man. We live in a sad day and time. Yo, this chat is crazy as hell. And I know it ain't everyone, but it just tells you we in some scary damn times, man. But it's all good. We don't have to spend no time enlightening you. But I'll tell you this. You're going to turn around when people don't want to talk to you and say no one cares about us once they make money. Then when someone cares about you and they making money, then you want to distract them with all this fucking childish behavior. Pull your pants up, man. We got to be for real about this, man. You can't just, you got to take this on holistically. If you want to be liberated, you got to be holistically liberated. That means there's no liberation without the upliftment of your women. You can't just only liberate the men. You can't only speak high of yourself as a man. Holistically, the community doesn't get pulled up unless we pull each other up. We can't leave nobody behind. We can't leave the children behind. We can't leave the women behind. And as a man, it may sound unfortunate that nobody ain't picking your ass up, but that's the beauty about being a man. You're supposed to have enough vigor and strength and self-respect and integrity to be motivated that if nobody else is picking you the fuck up, they'll be motivated the way you pick yourself up. Where do we get off crying and complaining that nobody ain't saying something nice about us? What kind of weak ass shit is this? That's weak. That's why I never say the white man's the devil. I don't believe in that shit. I'm not going to make somebody my God, because to make the white man the devil is to simultaneously make him my God. I'm never going to do that. I'm not giving him that kind of level of respect. I'm not giving him that level of esteem. I'm not saying to my wives, I'm not going to tell my wives, I'm sorry, the reason why I'm a no good nigga and I ain't got shit to offer you is because this white man's stopping me. Because I might as well just say, fill out some applications to become this white man's wife or the Asian man's wife. No, that's not what I'm about to do. I got too much self-respect to tell a black woman that the reason why I ain't shit is because of the white man. If I ain't gonna be shit, I ain't gonna be shit all by myself because I empower myself not to be shit. I ain't gonna have this white man be the reason why I ain't shit. We ain't doing that. He ain't gonna get the credit for why I can't take care of my family, because guess what? I shouldn't even have produced a family if it was that hard. If it's that big a fucking struggle, stop sleeping with women. If the shit is that fucking difficult to be somebody on this planet, then don't even be in somebody's face and try to have a relationship with them. Get the hell out of women's face if you can't handle the pressure and the social ills that society imposes on us on a day-to-day basis. Get out of people's face and make something of yourself and exercise extreme caution before you decide to sleep with people. If you can't handle the pressure, if you yearning for another man to just say something nice to you this fucking bad, get out of women's face for a second. But anyway, that wasn't even supposed to be none of this. I was supposed to be talking to you guys about credit. We'll have to do this in another session. We'll do that in another session. You know, but this message was valuable nonetheless. I hope you take from it. I apologize for some of the vulgarity, but you know, some of these brothers ain't have a man in the household, so they don't even know how this shit sounds, so it's foreign to them. So what you got a lot of young men who were raised by their sister, their older sister, their aunt, their mother, and their friends. So these are brothers with feminine emotions. Feminine emotions are great inside of females. So these are feminine emotions by men, and you can't tell them nothing without them wanting to shoot or kill somebody if you say something they don't like. All over the internet, you have Negroes talking about, I'm going to kill you because you have a difference of opinion in me. Look how sensitive the men are on the internet. If you just say you don't like something about what they're doing, they want to threaten you with violence and risk their lives. Because that's what happens when women have that much testosterone called men. That's what happens when Negroes are raised by nothing but females and they don't get the other polarity. So now as a man, I can't issue a form of condemnation to my own brothers without them growing so insecure as men that they can't even acknowledge or identify my aggression as a form of love. They think I'm belittling them. They think I'm moving in an endeavor to undermine their intelligence and undermine their manhood. But in actuality, I'm showing you love by reprimanding you for being weak. I'm showing you love by reprimanding you for being weak. This is not about hating my brothers. This is about charging you with a conviction to be stronger and to do better and not to make excuses, but to be more accountable as men. And God damn it, if you ain't got a father in your life, you mean to tell me another man can't tell you something that know better? That's some weak shit too. Because I ain't said nothing here. I didn't call you a degenerate. I ain't say nothing here to disrespect my good brothers. I've only spent a lot of time to embrace my sisters for the good that they do and the potential that they have. I never said our sisters are perfect, but who in this world is? It's just about showing love and embrace when nobody else want to show it. Everybody else want to shit on our sisters. So every now and then we need a segment. Listen to all the music out here today. It's so bad. The music selection is so bad. Even the women got to sing songs where misogyny is being employed because there ain't no fucking options. It's so bad that they got to refer to themselves as some of these derogatory terms because there's no damn options. Because it's been popularized to disrespect our sisters. It's been popularized. And then anybody that goes against it is a damn enemy. Real shit. But it is what it is. But yo, I'm just more interested in y'all making more bread. And I know you hate that talk too because I'm smart or I'm conscious or I'm an intellect. I'm pro-black. I'm black nationalistic. I'm Pan-African. I'm not supposed to associate those clauses with making money. But at the peak of our glory and in our pristine state and before slavery, we were emperors and empresses. That's what we were. So don't tell me I come from slaves. Tell me I come from royalty. Because my history don't start with slavery. Peace and black power. Swood Gador. Hotep Wa Battlecat. Peace and blessings. Iluvu. Perpetual success. Go to brotherpolight.com. I'm going to see y'all in class. Salute to y'all that's been making that money off the end of money text. Salute to y'all that's been following the lessons to make this bread. Let's pick each other up, man. Because I'm about to come with the next thing and say, yo, all of us is making this money. Let's pool our funds and let's take it to the next level. Peace and many blessings, man. Love you guys. That's never going to stop.